Hello again, romancers of the rhyme. Filet mignon here from Medium Rare Poetry. And today I have another chronicle of mania regarding the 47th presidency of the United States. Now, you all know that DJT has decided to rename the Defense Department the War Department so that it could be seen as being tough, and Pete Hegseth could be seen as being tougher. But they won't stop there, you know. And this poem today is going to predict all the government departments that Donald is going to rename to show the world that they mean business. And in my mind, that's monkey business. Anyway, I present to you Rebranding. Rebranding by Filet Mignon. When your company's in the doldrums and it's lost its vital standing, a facelift may be useful by an overall rebranding. A palette of new colours and a brand new mission statement. Reinvigorate your dwindling stocks. Strategic slump abatement. The baron of the business world, bankruptcy set aside, as president he noticed that his realm was on the slide. Of course, this wasn't his fault. It's those do-good Democrats who'd set the winning bar too high. His crew had laid it flat. His motto was aggression. That's the only way to win. Everyone's an enemy, so stick the knife right in. Perception is reality, though his was way off beam. But cowards wouldn't stop him. He began his bully scheme. Defence was first to be renamed. The cheery caption, War. The US on the front foot, just to settle any scores. Reshuffling of the National Guard, they'd follow all his orders. Let loose against the sky blue states, a delusional disorder. The State Department was a mess. Diplomacy, old hat. Hate Department had the clout, and NATO could take that. The CIA were hopeless and their status was reduced. Crafty as America would give the spooks a boost. Intelligence was boffinland and completely artificial. Torture branch was to the point and nothing superficial. ICE was running riot. They'd become the masked avengers. Illicit kidnap effort would declare their misadventure. Justice was outdated in his fresh new realm of rogues. Revenge, a great descriptor, this new black was now in vogue. Homeland non-security would need to tighten up. Kill and capture was the way to make them smarten up. Education was a joke, no room for smarty pants. He'd shut it down and fill the schools with propaganda plants. Veterans' affairs was never Donald's cup of tea. The scrap heap was more apt, and he would wipe them 1, 2, 3. Environment protection had its day with all those greenies. Dumpster, the repository for industry's Houdinis. Energy was far too glib. There's oil in them thar hills. The new department's moniker is Drill, you bastards, drill. Agriculture subsidies would end up in the mulcher. This cranky set of rednecks would become the agro-culture. Labour was too costly. Manual effort should be free. Forced work had a better ring. bring unions to their knees. Health and Human Services, a benevolent pothole. Ill health, inhuman servitude would best describe its role. The CDC would need a tweak aimed at the lower classes. Caste diseases countrywide would quieten the masses. Drug enforcement admin had potential for great wealth. Presidential pharmacy enriched by pure stealth. The FBI would keep the voters stoned with this endeavour. Fentanyl, barbiturates and ice, not free, how clever. Interior was gutted, native tribes had all been sorted. The puffed up Christy Nome had seen the most of them deported. Prisons lacked capacity and needed an extension. Wyoming was rechristened as the state of mass detention. Transportation pointless. Let the teamsters crash and burn. With corners cut, the profits would be boundless in return. The FAA would be retitled Freefall Aviation. A trip home at Thanksgiving could well lead to your salvation. Commerce, finance, treasury reveal the felon's grin. The piggy bank would be the source of all financial sin. The stars and stripes now sidelined by the orange White House lodger. The skull and crossbones flying for the master Jolly Roger. That straining, wailing anthem would be swept so far away, replaced now with the cool grooves of the hip YMCA. With all departments now renamed and staff sent out to pasture, Despot Don had plans in place for undelayed departure. Yes, all this was unpopular. Aggression meant defeat. It made the dopey despot smile. His mission was complete. He never liked America. It had too many rules. He grifted all his money from this shaky ship of fools. Rebranding was expensive, with new signs and letterheads. No money was remaining. He'd abandon ship instead. But as he slunk aboard his Qatar palace of the skies, his cabinet had grabbed all the seats, no room for serpent eyes. The plane took off to destinations so far undisclosed, with Cankles standing on the pad in only golfing clothes. He quickly was arrested, charged as the country's killer. He'd spend the balance of his life with cellmate Stephen Miller. His piggy bank was frozen, and the proceeds used at once to unrebrand the nation and reveal his nasty stunts. And that concludes this episode, The Failure of Rebranding. Make the country great again by seeking out Dark Brandon. Now you may have noticed that the new titles of the departments are in all caps, because that's what Donald loves to do to emphasize his importance. Anyway, I like the ending. Did you? I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the poem. Please like, share and subscribe and press the notification bell, and then YouTube will let you know when another one's coming down the pike. So thank you so much for watching, and I bid you all farewell and bye-bye for now.